Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well, and today I'm taking a look at Golden Nugget stock, or the SPAC play that Golden Nugget will be going with. I'll be talking about everything like that in just a few minutes, but I'll just go through the current situation. So I did kind of know about this company before looking into it. It has been on my list to look into for a very long time. There's so many companies I kind of look into like every couple of weeks that sometimes it just keeps getting knocked back and back and back, and I was like, right, I got to look into this company because it could be a fantastic opportunity. And I looked into DraftKings about 2 weeks ago now, and I did the video on it on this YouTube channel. And on the video, I said, if you want to see this one, talk about Golden Nugget, make sure you comment down below, and you guys did do that. So I was like, right, this is it. Jacob, focus, get this video done. Have a look at what's going on with this company, because you might want to buy it yourself. And I did have a look into it, and I have to say that I did go quite deep into the company because there was quite a few things I did like with this company, and I was looking at it from an actual, like, I could actually buy this company point of view, because I am really like what I'm seeing. So I am going to be going into a bit of a deep dive today because I was considering definitely buying into this one, and I'll go through everything that I found in this company for you guys, because like I say, I think when you talk about the industry, obviously I'm a shareholder in Gang, and I do like the industry that this company is in as a whole. Massive growing industry. I want to have quite a lot of exposure in this sort of industry. And also, when I was looking at this valuation compared to something like a DraftKings, I think the current valuation is something like around about $1 billion right now for this company. And I was already like, right, so when we look at DraftKings and the success that it's had, and now we look at Golden Nugget, which is such a cheaper valuation compared to something like a DraftKings, this is kind of interesting. So I did, like I say, take a big dive into the company, and I'll show you through everything that I found with this company in the next few minutes. So if you could, before I get into it, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and we'll take a look at Golden Nugget. So first off, Golden Nugget, it's going to go public, so it's not currently on the stock market, which I was like, SPAC stock, you know, I've got a few in here, I don't have too much risk, but it is currently profitable. And I thought, with it being profit, I can kind of treat it a little bit different. So I kind of went on to what was going to be the SPAC company, which is Lancadia Holdings. I hope I said that right. And yeah, so they're going to merge with Golden Nugget. Now, this is one of the little red flags that I did see with this company, is that originally this merger was supposed to happen in Q3. It did not happen. It got pushed back to October. The merger still didn't happen in October, and now it's been pushed back to November. Now, I think 2 pushbacks is kind of like, why is he getting pushed back so much? And I'll be honest, I have not fully found the full answers for this one. So if anyone in the comment section can chip in, that'll be absolutely amazing. Apparently there's some sort of disagreement about how much ownership the current owner does currently have in the company. The current owner is Tillman Fertitta. I hope I said that one right as well. But yeah, apparently that's what the discussion's going on, and there's no confirmed merger just yet. I probably will say that the merger will happen, but I think that's just something to bear in mind, that we were supposed to have the merger now twice and it hasn't happened. And like I say, we still haven't got confirmation on the vote yet, but you never know. I mean, it could be any sort of day really that, you know, the merger gets, you know, the vote happens, the merger goes through. But I think that's just something to note down. And like I say, by the time I upload the video and edit it, that might have changed. But that's just one little thing, is like, you know, the actual merger still hasn't happened yet. So yeah, I mean, if it does happen, it'll take the ticker symbol GNOG, which is kind of a cool ticker symbol. But yeah, that was something I thought maybe by now that should have happened. So that's something that I am just going to throw out there, and I will be talking about the owner in a little bit as well. So Golden Nugget Online Entertainment is a spin-off of Golden Nugget, so you might have seen their casinos around, and Golden Nugget is actually owned by another company, which is Landrise, and like I say, that's all kind of owned by Tillman Fertitta. Now, we will be talking about this in a little bit because it's going to be really important, but I'm just going to leave that for now when we start talking about Landrise and the owner and everything like that, because I did find some really important information out about this company. But as a whole, if we talk about Golden Nugget Entertainment, it's going into a massive growing industry. That's what I'm a big fan of. Now, when we flick through the investor relations, we can see some comparisons that they do here between DraftKings, Gang, Golden Nugget. And I've got to say that I think that Gang was at a lot better valuation when they did this. Obviously, it's gone down quite a bit since then. And I've got to say, I don't know what they're playing at with Gang's revenue of like 49 million here. I'm pretty sure Gang's revenue is actually going to be more to like the 70 million range. But yeah, We'll go with it. And yeah, we can see that the currently cash flow positive, which is really good. We can see that the enterprise value here was 745 million. I think now it's closer to like a 1 billion, because obviously this was done when the actual merger was confirmed. And we can see that actually when we look at the revenue growth, 36% revenue growth, I mean, it's offering pretty decent ones. And once again, they go on to compare against other competitors. Like I say, it's not a bad valuation when you consider what you're getting here. Now, what Golden Nugget are trying to do is they're trying to focus on a lot more of casinos rather than something like DraftKings, which is sport betting. We're looking at Golden Nugget because they're going to be more of an online casino play and, playing like online games of blackjack, for example. And at the moment, they're currently in New Jersey, and they are saying that obviously they've got currently a 10% market share. And a lot of their focus is currently trying to take over 10% of the market share in every kind of state that gets allowed to do a lot of these online casinos. And that's where its projections are. It's trying to keep a 10% stake, just like how it's doing in New Jersey in other states. So the next two coming up are going to be Pennsylvania and also Michigan. And they're kind of hoping that with these future projections that they take 10% in Pennsylvania and also Michigan. That's where they're going to see a lot of revenue increase and obviously the profit increasing as well. And you can see here the projected revenue, and you can see here 2019, that's just with New Jersey, 2020, and then the year 2021, you can see the Pennsylvania getting added into the Michigan, and then you can see by 2025, if they can carry on growing, take 10% of this market share, they're going to be a company that's doing 635 million revenue in 2025. And I'm sure when more and more states get allowed, they could potentially increase that. And we also see a projected on the profit, and we can see that 2021, the profit does go down, but they're still going to make profit. But that's going to help with the expansion into Michigan, Pennsylvania. And once again, then we can see the profit come back strong in 2023. But like I say, it's important to know that they are going to be a profitable company, will be profitable and have decent revenue growth. And like I say, the whole game plan really is to take 10% of that market share in every state that comes up, which they're currently already doing in New Jersey, which is fantastic. It's worth going into how the transaction structure is going to happen. So we can see a Lancadia Holdings 2. So I had a quick Google on these guys just to see who actually they were. And I was actually really interested to know that the current owner of Lancadia Holdings 2 is actually the owner of Golden Nugget 2. Yeah, you heard that right. The owner of the actual SPAC stock is the owner of Golden Nugget. So Tillman Fertitta is merging his own company with another of his company. Now, like I say, it does get more dodgy than this when we do look into it a little bit more. And we see it's a publicly listed special acquisition vehicle with over 300 million in cash. And we can see here it has cash held in trust 322 million. And then when we actually get a breakdown here, we get Lancadia share price, which is $10. That was pre-merge. I think it's now $13. And then shares outstanding, total equity value, and then it has debt outstanding, which is 150 million, and then it has cash, which is 88 million, and that's how they got the enterprise value. And you see balance sheet closing 88 million. We have debt pay down 150 million, debt pay down fees, which is 24 million, which is a little bit high, and then transaction on fees 30 million. So we can see that a lot of this cash was paid down to have a lot of debt. Now we can see that it still has a little bit of cash really, which will help it, but it is worth knowing that there was a lot of debt paid down here, which was expensive debt. And this kind of led me on to the point of, right, I'm kind of, my gut here isn't confident here. What's exactly going on? Because I'm not really confident about the owner merging his company with another company. And I also looked into the first Lancadia Holdings, which was another company which was called Waiter, which hasn't been that much successful. And once again, when I looked into it, I saw some more red flags. Waiter was once again a public company that was owned by the owner, Fertitta Entertainment, who then merged with the first SPAC play. So another SPAC play by the same owner with another one of his companies to go public, and that company's failed as well. When we look at the other company that the owner took public, it went up to about $13, and now it's about a $3 stock, and that was back early 2019. So this is something that's happened before, which I was like, this ain't looking good. Now I did look into the Q3 results of Golden Nugget, which were absolutely fantastic. And what they managed to do was to produce revenue growth of 92% in Q3, which is absolutely fantastic, like I said before. But it was going through a few of these articles and seeking alpha that I managed to find a little bit of information that I was looking forward to, which was this red flag that I picked up about how this company has been operated with the merger and the owner. The link in the article took me to this video here, which was done by Matthew Hu. I think that's how you say his second name. I'm really sorry if I said it wrong. And he did a video on should you buy Golden Nugget Gaming, and he talks about a red flag in here, and this is one of the red flags that I picked up on, but this guy saved me like an hour's investigation into this company to find out what exactly was going on. Because like I say, I was kind of seeing some red flags about what was going on with this company, because it just seems so funny with the first SPAC stock and how he owned both the SPAC stock and the company and merging it through. And what it turned out is that the actual owner of Golden Nugget Gaming Online is struggling a little bit with his other companies. So the other companies that own it all, which is Landry's, obviously they've got a lot of, actual brick and mortar sites, restaurants, casinos, and they've all been affected by the corona. Now, we don't know exactly too much about it because it is a private company, so we don't know the in and outs. But there was an article that came out to say that Tillman Ferretta is currently taking up a 15% interest rate loan to get some money for his company to help it through. And it sounds like they're really struggling because of the coronavirus. And that's a very, very high interest rate. And like I say, it looks like he's trying to get a lot of money to try and save his company that's going on. And then it came out on the bottom of this article that the Landry's loan is similar to a junk bond in that it may not be repaid for 2 years. The people said it will be on an equal footing to Golden Nugget's existing term loan, but has first priority claim on some online gaming assets, one of the people said. Now, Golden Nugget, online gaming asset, we know what that's going to be. That's more than likely Golden Nugget's online company, Golden Nugget Entertainment Online. And I was like, hold on, the company that I could be buying is being put up as collateral for this loan. And I thought, whoa, this is not in the investor relation page. This is dodgy as. It was dodgy beforehand and it's dodgy now. And that was not a great sign that I wanted to see. After looking at this company and seeing it at the valuation and the growth it had, I was kind of like, this is not great. And it's also worth saying that Tim Ferretta also owns the Houston Rockets, the NBA team as well, which also is another kind of NBA team that is not being run that quite well. So I kind of looked at the management side of it and saying that, is this kind of in the company's best interest? Or is this Tim Ferretta's best interest to try and save his kind of empire right now? And that's why it's been taken online or on the stock market with this merger that he also owns. So overall, I looked into the company and I thought, great value, great growth, and yeah, it's a buy. But then all this kind of happened when I looked into the company and I was like, there's a few red flags going on here with what's going on with the company. And like I say, credit to Matthew who did the video on it, because without that, I wouldn't have been able to get this information so quick. But the management can make or break a company. That's the big thing. You look at successful managements before, and them guys are running your company. They are the ones that are, really how your money goes and how well they run it. And even though I looked into Golden Nugget and I was blown away, I was like, I think I'm going to buy this one. I looked at the valuation, I looked at the stock growth and everything like that. And then, like I say, I had this issue with the management team, and I'm just not sure on, when we look at Lancadia's previous merger, how well that's done, it's been awful. We look at, the bigger holdings really struggling, and the timing and needing cash for them companies is this in the best interest of shareholders, or is this the best interest of Tillman and trying to get money for himself? Is he trying to raise cash to try and save the rest of his empire? And it's a difficult one, because like I said, I think if I could just take that all away, I'd be happy to buy the company. But I'm looking at management and I'm like, I'm not confident. And especially when I'm looking at something like a Gang, which I'm currently in, and as much as I like another player in this industry, I don't know if I can get myself across the line with that management team there. So overall, at the moment, I do really like the company. It's just the management team. And maybe if everything kind of recovers and, casinos open back up, the restaurants back up after the Roni, and everything's okay, and the SPAC gets done, and then in 9 months, if the insiders do sell, I'll probably know there about if it was a bit more of for a personal gain rather than an actual company's gain. That might give me a better idea with what's going on right now. But to be honest with you, I do really like the company. I just can't invest in it because my gut feeling is that there's something very fishy going on here, and right now I can't buy it. So at the moment, for me, Golden Nugget is not a buy, but in maybe 12 months time I'll come back and reassess it and I might go from there. But thought I'd share that one with you guys because I think that was some really key information. So yeah, I won't be buying right now just because my gut feelings telling me there's some red flags here with this management team, but it's a shame really because everything else was fantastic with the company. So yeah, overall that was my look into Golden Nugget. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you found that useful information because like I say, it's not really clear that is going on in the company. So yeah, as always, subscribe if you're new around here. That'll be amazing as well. And I'll see you next video.